When reading the Bible, are we looking for loopholes or reading for life? Top of the morning to you. Are there loopholes in the Bible when it comes to sin and what is allowed and not allowed? Well, the answer is no. Sin and is well defined throughout the Bible. But what about the statement from Jesus in John 10:27? My sheep hear my voice, I know them, and they follow me. Or John 12:26, if any man serve me, let him follow me. And then believers will turn around and say, but Jesus never said anything about this particular sin or that one, so it must be okay. These people are trying to justify their sin. Turns out Jesus' audience was people who understood God's law in depth. And when Jesus addressed sin, a lot of the time he talked in legal terminology to people who would get it. He used terms like evil in John 5:28 through 29. Those who have done evil will rise to be condemned. Evil was an all-encompassing term referring to all sin. Or he would use the word unclean in Matthew 15:10, 11, and 18 through 20. What comes out of a man's mouth is what makes him unclean, because it comes from his heart. Jesus was addressing the fact that religious leaders of the time were more concerned with ritualistic eating, being concerned not to eat unclean animals. That was more important to them than because it made them appear righteous. But Jesus said in Matthew 23:25 through 28, but inside you are full of hypocrisy. He called them blind Pharisees, full of greed and selfishness. In Matthew 15:19, Jesus does get more specific about what is evil: murder, adultery, sexual vice, theft, false witnessing or lying, slander, irreverent speech. And in Mark 7, he even adds covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lewdness, evil eye, blasphemy, pride, and foolishness. In verse 23, all these things come from within and defile a man. He also used the term lawlessness in Matthew 7:21 through 27. I never knew you. Depart from me, you who practice lawlessness. Jesus considered them to be evildoers. Judges 10:6 says, the children of Israel did evil in the sight of God, serving false gods of various sorts. These idols or false gods demanded every kind of sinful act in order to serve them. So when Jesus condemned evil, it included these sins. Word of encouragement for those of us Christians who look for loopholes for our favorite sin: don't look to Jesus for our justification. He covered all the bases, to be followed by Paul, who addressed sin in more specific terms in his letters in the New Testament. Instead of looking for loopholes to sin, let's not be like the Pharisees Jesus referred to in Luke 11:39 through 44, who were experts at obeying the law but neglected the justice and the love of God. Jesus advises us in John 14:23, anyone who loves me will obey my teaching. So focus on love and the rest will follow. Have a great day.